Kia ora koutou, and a very warm welcome, everyone. It's wonderful to have you with us today. My name is Juan Pablo Fernandez. I am the Associate Director in the International Office here at Auckland University of Technology. It's a real pleasure to be hosting this session for our prospective Manaaki New Zealand scholars. Today, we'll give you a brief introduction to AUT, the support available to Manaaki scholars, and what you can expect in terms of your student journey and your academic and student experience here at AUT in Auckland, in Aotearoa New Zealand. You'll also hear directly from Petrina Hiben from our scholarships office, as well as Chriselle and Esther, who are two of our current Manaaki scholars. Throughout the session, please feel free to submit your questions using the Q&A function. We'll be sure to be answering those, as well as we'll have time towards the end to respond to as many as we can. Thank you again for joining us. We're really looking forward to speaking with you today. Joining us today are my colleagues from the scholarships team, scholarships officer Petrina Hiben and Ileana Viton, as well as our current Manaaki scholars, Chriselle Delmas, as well as Esther Olawale. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you team for joining us. You will get to hear from Petrina Hiben directly shortly after a brief presentation about what AUT has to offer. Regarding AUT, we are New Zealand's leading modern university, yet we are the youngest university. We are the second largest and the only university of technology in Aotearoa, New Zealand. We place technology at the very heart of what we do, from our learning teaching philosophy to our world-class teaching facilities. We're #1 in New Zealand for international outlook, which reflects our ability to attract new international students, top Manaaki scholars, as well as international academic experts recognized worldwide. We're a 5 out of 5-star university in the QS rankings, and this includes in key areas such as quality of teaching, research, world-class facilities, global engagement or internationalization, employability outcomes, good governance, diversity, equity and inclusion, as well as environmental impact. We have world-ranked subjects across all our faculties, ranging from accounting and finance, business and management studies, computer science, engineering, economics, education, health, sports, health and exercise science, you name it. So world-ranked subjects across all our study areas. Now, as a university, we are one of the most welcoming universities, I would say. In the words of our Vice Chancellor, Professor Damon Salesa, as New Zealand's modern University of Technology, AUT is a place where students from around the world feel at home and thrive. To give you an idea as well in terms of our welcomeness and diversity, we have students from more than 120 countries currently studying at AUT, and all at the center of one of the world's most vibrant multicultural cities, Tāmaki Makaurau, Auckland. As you can see, Auckland is one of the most vibrant cities, certainly is one of the most livable cities in the world, ranked top for student experience, and is certainly the largest city here in New Zealand. I believe is the largest city in the Pacific. But it's a city that offers so much for everyone in terms of cultural activity, leisure, recreational, and of course, employment outcomes as well, and organizational engagement. All our campuses are conveniently located in Auckland. From the city campus where I'm based, we're 2 blocks distance from the iconic Sky Tower, right at the heart of Auckland CBD. This is our largest campus. It's surrounded by parks, by cafes, the art gallery, only 10 minutes walk distance from the public transport hub that connects you to everywhere else in the city. The North Campus is conveniently located as well, only 15 minutes by bus, going from the city campus to the North Campus. I just go across the Auckland Harbour Bridge. It takes you 15 minutes. And the North Campus is a house of many health programs, as well as education and sports, exercise, and health. And of course, only 25 minutes by bus distance, drive distance from our city campus. We have the South Campus, which is our newest campus. We have exceptional facilities across all campuses, so you can expect world-class facilities, transformational educational spaces, and of course, excellent collaborative environments, allowing you to have that collaborative experience, applied learning that we're so proud of. Our learning philosophy is also focused on providing our students with exceptional learning experiences, fostering innovation and entrepreneurship, allowing you to explore new technologies, using industry standard equipment, challenge routine thinking, an education that is problem solving and applied. And of course, something unique of AUT is that we allow for workplace experience. So at the undergraduate level, for instance, 92% of our programs offer workplace experience in the form of internships or work integrated learning. Me personally, I did study at AUT, and when I did my bachelor's and then my postgraduate, my master's degree, I had those opportunities. Quite important when it came to employability. And when I faced those two questions as to, what academic background I had, but also very importantly, what relevant work experience I had. And through these experiences, I was able to tick both boxes. And of course, something unique at AUT, something that makes us stand out, is that we have more than 5,000 industry partnerships across all faculties, allowing our students, and thinking about Manaaki Scholars, for example, to take part in the Edge Award program, which allows you to interact with organizations, gain leadership skills, and of course, employability skills. Altogether, a program that takes around 80 hours, and a program that ensures that you have a pathway to future opportunity. It's not only about your academic journey at AUT, it's also, we always think about beyond what's after. Now, these opportunities are across all of our programs. Important to note that we have a wide range of study options at AUT. We have around 250 courses that you can study with us, ranging from architecture and built environment, art and design, business and commerce, creative technologies, communications and media, education, engineering, computer, mathematical sciences, health sciences, hospitality, tourism and events, applied sciences, social sciences and public policy, sport and recreation. Of course, within these areas, we have so many different specializations. Thinking health sciences, we have clinical and non-clinical majors, from public health to disaster risk management, engineering, everything spanning from software to construction, etc. Business, finance, accounting, international business. So many layers, so many areas of specialization that we offer across all of these areas. If you haven't, I anticipate that many of you would already have a good idea of what you want to study at AUT. But if you don't, I invite you to have a look at our website, browse our study options to give you a better idea of the wide range of options available for you. Something that we excel at is at ensuring that our students feel at home away from home. We do particularly well when it comes to international student support. And for our Manaaki scholars, it's even more special because that starts right from our scholarships office. Now, I'm not going to talk much about international student support, but because we have Petrina today to tell us more about that. And in terms of student life, same thing, there's something for everyone at AUT, whether you want to get involved in sports, cultural, academic activity. We have events, cultural events ongoingly through both semesters. And again, these are opportunities that are there for you that, aside from all the opportunities that are in Auckland, of course, through AUT, there's so much you can do. And beyond that, once again, Petrina will be able to talk about special student life for our Manaaki scholars. We, of course, want you to keep healthy. So your health and well-being is paramount for us here at AUT. And so sport, recreation, and fitness facilities are part of your fees. We don't charge anything extra for that. As a matter of fact, we encourage you to go ahead and do it, to network with other students, to stay healthy and stay involved. Of course, if you need a doctor, you need a nurse, we have doctors on campus. We have medical centers on campus, including services around counseling and health support. We encourage you to live on campus. If you live with us, you are 1 minute walk distance from your class. At the city campus, we have Myral Drive student accommodation. It's a studio-based accommodation. And as you can see from the pictures there, it's a lovely environment, amazing social spaces, and you have your own studio with kitchenette, your own bathroom, and super fast Wi-Fi connection. If you live at the North Campus, that's Akuranga Village, student village. That's shared accommodation. You have your own bedroom, and you share a kitchen, living, and 2 bathrooms with other 3 students. Now, with that said, I'd like to pass on and invite my colleague Petrina to talk us about Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships and the amazing work that the team do, and also for you to learn more in depth about the process and your journey to AUT. Thank you very much. Petrina, over to you.
Thank you, Juan Pablo. Great introduction to AUT. I'm here to talk about the Manaaki New Zealand Scholarships, which is a fully funded scholarship available to students from developing countries. If we just flip over it, it is funded by the New Zealand government. So the scholarship is incredibly generous. It includes full tuition, so all of your study fees are paid for, a very generous living allowance, all medical insurance, plus you receive free healthcare while in New Zealand. And if you bring dependents, they are also entitled to free healthcare, as similar or same as a New Zealand citizen. Plus you receive other allowances as well. Subject and research study areas, have a look on AUT website. We have matched up some of our 250 courses at AUT to the subject areas required by the New Zealand government. Now, those subject areas are selected between your government and the New Zealand government. So we can match up just about anything you want to study with an AUT program. If you are unsure about which program, don't hesitate to contact us, and we will be putting the email online. As I'm speaking, if you have any questions, please go to the Q&A at the top and write your question, and somebody will help you there with links and various things before the Q&A session. Just a note, the portal to study at AUT in 2027 opens on the 1st of March, so less than 2 weeks. So do get ready to apply for your Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship to study at AUT. Check the list of eligible countries. You can see them on the screen. I won't go through those and read those out to you. You will be able to see as well. You can see them on the AUT website, which we will put in the Q&A question and answer section. So this is what you will see when you go through to the Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship subjects at AUT, and you can see where you can select on what you can study at AUT. Any confusion, do email us directly. So I will receive it and will respond to your question. So you can see that you can select the development areas that your country is asking for and select a course within that. So we also talk about how you go about applying for a Manaaki New Zealand Scholarship. We'll go through and you click on the link through the AUT website and fill out an online application. Number one, select AUT as your preferred university. From there, you will go through a process of writing an essay as part of your application. Down the track, you will be given a psychometric test. IELTS is, of course, a requirement, but having said that, some countries you can complete your IELTS while studying in New Zealand on the Manaaki Scholarship. There's also, if you apply for a course and you don't quite meet the entry criteria, we can often provide you with a pathway program as well as part of your scholarship. Anyway, you go through, you have a personal interview, and then the final selection is made. We will hear from about you probably October, November this year, and that is when you are chosen as a preferred candidate. That is when we see your application and help you process your application with AUT. So you go ahead from the 1st of March, get in early and apply for the Manaaki Scholarship, and we will put the link in the discussion group for you to apply for that. So, number one, complete the Manaaki application. Choose AUT as your preferred first choice. 2, the application screening process will continue throughout the year. Shortlisted candidates will be invited to interview. And number 3, when you're selected as a preferred candidate, you then apply separately to AUT. Actually, you can apply to study at AUT throughout the year regardless, but if you wait, then we can help you with that application. And then if you need help, like with a pathway or IELTS, we can assist with that. And then you will secure an admission offer from AUT. So again, ensure that the AUT program aligns with Manaaki's recommended subjects, so the development areas. Our dedicated team, our scholarship team, can help you find a study area match. That is the email address. Please make a note of it. We do encourage you to contact us if you do need assistance. And once you are confirmed as a Manaaki preferred candidate, which you will probably find out in September, October, November, then our scholarship team at AUT can help you process your application at AUT. So what is the difference at AUT? You might have already heard from our enthusiastic scholars already returning home to your countries what the difference is. So aside from the fact that you will be gaining a world-class education, you have your very own scholarship officer. And myself, Eliana, Sasha, we are here to help you succeed. And we want to offer you the best experience you can have while you are in New Zealand. For Manaaki scholars, we do loads of fun activities. As you can see, we take you to the snow. We take you around the South Island. We take you sandboarding, all sorts of events and fun, which the other institutions just do not offer to the same degree. We also have a free gym and recreation centre, swimming pool as well. We've got sports teams and clubs, excellent academic support, cafes and bars on site. We have a marae, so we can offer Māori experiences. We have spiritual and religious centres. I mean, what else is there that we offer? Everything that you could possibly want while in New Zealand, and we're here to help you. So what will you experience as a Manaaki scholar? Well, you will be hearing from a couple of our scholars shortly. You will be hearing from Esther and Chriselle, but just to quickly run over, thank you. Can we go back? So you will be offered an amazing scholarship team. There we all are in front of you. The scholars at AUT are treated as whānau, which means family. And scholars form lifelong connections with each other because we do so much together and make professional contacts to draw on throughout their career. Come along and experience and explore what New Zealand has to offer. Right, let me introduce you to our wonderful scholars. We have Chriselle Dalmas from Philippines and Esther Olawale from Solomon Islands. Who would like to speak first? Chriselle.
Hi, good evening, and I'm so excited to be here tonight with each and everyone who are aspiring to apply for the Manaaki Scholarship. I was once in your position. I was once trying to dream, but um, as I always say, when you think that you can't do it, just do it. Because there will be always two options when you do that. It's always a yes or a no. But if you don't do it, then it's always a no. Um, should I answer what makes AUT different?
That'd be great, Chriselle.
All right. All right. Uh, Let me start. What makes AUT different? I've talked to a lot of Manaaki scholars all over New Zealand from different universities, and each university have their own credentials and their strengths. But what makes AUT special is what Petrina said earlier about the connection between the scholarship and the scholarship office is I feel like it's a real connection. It's a rare connection, and honestly, some other scholars from other universities are quite jealous about that we go on trips together, we go see how beautiful New Zealand is together. They're not just people from other side of the desk, but they're actually people who we talk to, who we go on trips we go on barbecue parties and pool parties at the beginning of the semester, and that connection is very special for me, and because of this sense of family, we ourselves, as Manaaki scholars, we organize potlucks. um, we organize potlucks, and we just try to ask each other, how are you doing, how did the semester go? And I think that's very important as new people in a new setup, new environment, new school, and that's how we build our connections. Oh, and one last thing, I think this is very important and very underrated about the Beyond AUT award and the Edge award. Sometimes people, it's because only AUT does this, only AUT pushes their scholars to complete this. That's what make AUT special. They won't allow you to just graduate with just your diplomas. They want you to be ready, they want you to be industry ready, they want you to be professionally, academically, and personally developed when you finish your program. If you are asking what's Beyond AUT or Edge Award, it's an award at AUT that you need to complete a volunteer and leadership hours and attend a couple of seminars and workshops. So that's for me what makes AUT different. Over to you, Esther.
Thanks, Chriselle.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Chriselle. Thank you, Katrina. Hi, everyone. Kia ora and hello, kita. My name is Esther Olawale, and I'm from the Solomon Islands. All right, so if you're from the Pacific, hi. So lovely to have you here, and from everyone else around the world. So I'm currently in my final year studying a Bachelor of Health Science in Nursing. and it has been amazing. There has been some ups and downs, but trust me, with AUT, you'll make it. I promise. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. So I just wanted to. So what makes things different about AUT? For me, I want to start by saying AUT is a very diverse university. um I grew up in a culture where, and as many of us as well, family is very key and significant to one's identity. And just like Chriselle and Petrina have mentioned, that whānau is very, very significant in our Manaaki community. And that's one thing that really, really stood out to me, because moving to New Zealand for me personally was quite challenging, because I didn't know anybody here. I didn't have any family, or I didn't actually know anybody. So the first people I met were the AET family, the scholarship family, and they've been with me ever since. And honestly, that's such a blessing. And that sense of belonging, that sense of whānau, it's very, very much present in AUT. So, and I'm so blessed to, be part of it. And with AUT's, cultural diversity system that, we have here, it's very important to get yourself involved in it, because there you don't feel neglected. You're very, very supported in every step of the way. I'll give an example. So in New Zealand, we have, Pacific Island Language Weeks, and I just organized. Last year was the first Solomon Islands Language Week organized at AUT. And trust me, I had no clue on how to do it. I was clueless. But with AUT really, really shapes you and helps you to be independent. And they don't just tell you how to be independent. They lead you and guide you. And that the reason why I'm using that example is because I was guided in every step of the way. There was so much support. What makes it different is because it's the level of support you get. Everybody offers support. All universities offer, I'm pretty sure they do offer support, but AUT is quite exceptional. And not just financial support, emotional support. And, they're there to lead you in every step, whatever. Just keep asking questions, and they're there to help you. No judgment, no condemnation. They're just there to help you in every step of the way. And one thing about AT is, at least, if you're in our Manaaki community, the fun starts at orientation, or as soon as you arrive, because we have amazing race, and that is fun. That was a very memorable time for me too. I had too much fun. Okay, for those of us who know, I had too much fun, and it was amazing having to connect and bond with other scholars from other countries. And it was such a nice experience. Even having to bond with, we went bowling with other scholars from other universities, and that's what AET is. And it's just having that sense of belonging and connection, and it helps us maintain that in the long run. So thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Esther. We've got time for a Q&A session now. Please ask your questions through the Q&A chat group at the top of the screen. All right, we've got one here already. How competitive is the Manaaki Scholarship, and what helps an application stand out? Oh, actually, Larat, you might be able to answer that one for us. We'll ask one of our scholars.
Hi everyone, Laura here. So I'm in my final year. I study marketing and international business. So how competitive is the Manaaki Scholarship? When I
Yes.
applied way back in 2023, I was informed by a previous Manaaki scholar who had just finished, and she told me, "Oh, look, Laura, this opportunity, there are thousands applying, but out of those thousands, you just have like a handful of people that are picked. So if that doesn't say competitive, then I don't know what does." So it's a competitive scholarship, and rightfully so, because you're getting immersed into something that really adds value to yourself and also the mission you have for developing your country. So what helps an applicant stand out? That is what your clear intentions of how you plan on improving your country. So what is your why? What is your what? What is your how? You answer those and you're going to stand out.
Thank you, Laura. That's a really good answer to that question. Somebody asks if they can bring their partner with them to New Zealand on Manaaki Scholarship. The answer is, as long as they can have or get a visa, they can be a dependent of the Manaaki scholar themselves. So yes, some of our scholars bring their partners and their children, and they are, because the Manaaki Scholarship is quite a generous living allowance. However, it's probably not enough to support a family on top of that, so likely the partner would most likely need to work. But the dependents, you have free health, you're treated as a New Zealander within the healthcare system as well as the education system. So we often suggest that the Manaaki scholar comes to New Zealand by themselves first and then sorts out things like schools and places to live before bringing the family over. Oh, what IELTS score is required? That's a good question. It really depends on the course you're intending to study. If you have a look on the AUT website, you can find out what IELTS level is required from you. Thank you for all the questions coming through. Arvin asks, he's from the Philippines and currently on a working visa in Tauranga. You need to be living in your home country when you apply for a Manaaki scholarship. So you can't be living in New Zealand when you apply for the Manaaki scholarship. Okay, here's a question from David, thank you. So this might go out to our lovely scholars. What does the 2-year post-scholarship contribution requirement look like in practice? So what happens after your scholarship finishes in New Zealand?
I think I can answer that since Esther is still completing her degree. What does the 2-year post-scholarship contribution requirement would look like in practice? I don't think there are any published examples for you to read on, but I can answer that question for you. I just finished my degree, Master's in Disaster Risk Management and Development last September. And I've been here for just a few months, but I was able to land a job like 2.5 months after coming back, and I think that's quite quick because finishing a degree on a scholarship in an international university, it actually stands out to employers. But they won't um uh really look into what you're doing after you finish. Like the embassy does not really tell you what to do, but it's out of also how what you've learned in New Zealand. Like for me, what Manaaki scholarship meant for me was reciprocity. That's why I try to give back as much as I can to for the scholarship. That's why I do promote it even if I'm not being asked to do that. Because for me, Manaaki scholarship really changed my life, and um you don't really have to be watched so that you would actually do what you're supposed to do. So for that 2 years, I want to spend those 2 years to give back to the scholarship, but by applying what I've learned and applying the degree that I got from the scholarship to my home country. That's it.
Thanks, Chriselle. That's a great answer. Is the scholarship only for research-based programs? Esther, that's probably a good one for you.
No, no. I'm currently studying an undergrad, study in nursing, and you have also like masters and also PhD, but you just have to, like Petrina has listed in the previous slide, there are, if you go on the website, you can see what the list of courses or programs that are suited for you, and you can try check there. But also the scholarship it provides for all, so you can have your undergrad, your bachelor's, your postgrad as well, your master's, and also PhD. So feel free to apply.
Thanks. Can scholars work part-time for 25 hours per week during their study like other general students? I can answer that one for you. Your Manaaki Scholarship allows for you currently to work up to 20 hours a week. Because the living allowance is quite generous, most scholars don't need to work or feel the need to work while they're at AUT. But even though the visa for general students is 25 hours, for Manaaki scholars, your visa might say that, but the scholarship is 20 hours a week. Thanks for that, Benu. What other question have we got here? Oh, here's somebody, Hanafi. It's already got an offer from AUT. Will it add value to my Manaaki Scholarship application? No, it won't necessarily add value to your Manaaki Scholarship application, but if you've already been accepted here, it will make your process easier once you've been offered a preferred candidate for the scholarship. I hope that makes sense. Do I need to retake the IELTS test for this year's Manaaki Scholarship application, even if I took it last year? Sasha, are you able to answer that one?
Absolutely. And Shane would also be able to potentially. My understanding is that the IELTS tests are usually valid for 2 years. So it would depend on precisely when you took the IELTS test.
That's great. She also asked if a 6-band IELTS test is acceptable. And that really, sorry, Sasha, you go.
Yeah, sorry. It really depends on your course, and I will insert the English language requirements into the chat, into the Q&A.
Thank you. Please have a look at the links through to our website and various things for a lot of these questions as well. You can browse following this. Somebody has a brother living in Helensville, which is outer Auckland, and wonders if they can choose to live with them instead of in the dormitories provided by AUT. Theoretically, yes. But it is a long way by Helensville to Auckland, and you have to attend every single class. So your cost for transport would be quite high from Helensville. I live halfway to Helensville, and I find that far enough away. So certainly as a new scholar, new to AUT, we highly recommend you staying in the city. So you have a better experience with fellow scholars and at AUT. It makes it easier to go to your classes. If I got an acceptance from the university, do I need to apply for accommodation at the university campus? Sasha.
Sorry, Petrina, I was answering a question. What was the question you want me to contribute to?
Sure. I know you know a lot about the accommodation. So if this person was accepted for the Manaaki Scholarship, do they need to apply for accommodation at the university campus?
Absolutely not. We strongly encourage you do so because it's code compliant. We know you'll be safe and warm, and as Juan Pablo said, you'll have internet and you'll be just over the road from the university campus in most instances, but it is your money. You receive the stipend straight into your bank account, so ultimately it is your decision, and there are a number of alternative accommodation options that are outlined on the AUT website as well. But to date, in recent times, most Manaaki scholars have chosen the nearby hostel accommodation because of how convenient it is for them.
Thanks. Here's probably a good one for you, Esther. What are common reasons that some Pacific applicants are unsuccessful? Because there are a lot
Okay.
of Pacific scholarships available.
Yes, I'm so glad that I think it's Henry who asked that question. So
Yes.
I'm so glad that you asked that question. And I think because of time, I'm just gonna run quickly and speak quickly. But I not a lot of people know, but I applied twice for this scholarship. And one thing to understand is you have to be consistent with your answers, and also be structured, and don't just like when especially the section for the essays, ensure that you take your time. And you because the first time I applied, I did not take my time, and that was I think that was one of the reasons but personally, on my own personal evaluation. But please take your time, and also ensure that there is there's progress in what you're doing, and make sure that you're really taking your time in answering and reading the questions carefully. Read the questions carefully, answer them accordingly, and I think you'll be fine. So, and if if it doesn't come through, like me, apply again. Okay, I'm here now. So apply again, okay? And just ensure that you read the questions carefully. A lot of us don't read the questions carefully, hence the outcome. So I hope that helped. Thank you.
That's really good questions, Patrina, and thank you, Esther. I'm just a bit conscious of time. I think we're running a little bit over time. I'm not sure whether there's time for the very last question. Please do keep in mind that we will share the recording and we will be answering your questions as well post this webinar.
Thanks, Juan Pablo.
Just to wrap up, as I said, we'll share the recording, but in the meantime, quite importantly, is to be sure to ensure that you meet the eligibility requirements before you apply. Choose AUT as your first preference and match AUT program with the Manaaki recommended subjects. Please do keep in mind that our dedicated team can help. So we have a Manaaki New Zealand dedicated team here at AUT. So if you have any further questions and inquiries, you can email us at manaakinz@aut.ac.nz. So once again, apply for Manaaki Scholarship first, then submit your AUT application. So Manaaki Scholarship application dates is from the 1st to the 31st, from the 1st to the 31st of March of this year. So thank you once again, everyone, for joining us. Thank you to our scholarships team. A special thanks to our Manaaki scholars. Thank you so much, Chriselle and Esther. I think your contributions were most important for our audience here today to hear directly from you. So thank you once again, everyone. And with that, we're going to close this webinar.
Thank you.
We hope to see you on campus soon. And once again, for any other questions, please send us your email to manaakinz@aut.ac.nz.